Using the KDP Amazon calculator, we have a book type here of paperback. It's a black and white interior, a page count of 100, sold on the Amazon marketplace with a list price of $11.99. With a printing cost of $2.15, this gives us an estimated royalty of $5.04 per book. Using the BSR to sales calculator over at TCK Publishing, the book that we're looking at today, when we're looking at how much of these books make and can we compete in this niche, we're looking at a BSR of 2,958. That's 990 sales per month. And yes, that would be $5,000 for one book. The niche we're looking at is trivia. Go over to Google, type in the word trivia. People also ask, what are good trivia questions? What is the full meaning of trivia? What is the purpose of trivia? Playing trivia games supports cognitive and brain development. Playing trivia games can help us to think and be more creative, and this breakthrough thinking yields competitive advantages. Then trivia games can make us mentally stronger. Understanding the purpose behind this niche, the real purpose, that trivia games, and in this case books, can make us mentally stronger, this is the idea behind the target. This is the idea behind this niche. Pop over to Google Trends, look for the search term trivia book. You can see that this keyword is trending. Of course, it does rise during the Christmas holiday, but you can see over a 5-year trend, the trend for trivia book as a search term on Google is always pretty solid. And if we take that over to Amazon and type in the keyword trivia book, of course, we're going to see tons and tons of results. And yes, we need to know exactly what this niche is about, the types of books, what these books are about, the categories inside of trivia to include fun facts. But for us, we want to make sure that our format selected is paperback. And then we want to look at the results for paperback trivia books. And at that point, we are looking to see if we can compete. The first book on this results page that is in the paperback category, of course, is not an independently published book. But the other 3 books to include this bestseller is independently published, and it's only 100 pages, and you can see it was published in 2019. The next book in this list was published in 2021. This is March 2022 as I shoot this video, and you can see that the third book here is independently published as well. That means a KDP book, the types of books that we create and publish using Amazon KDP, and it was published in February of 2021. Again, this being March 2022. I want to focus in on this book that was marked as a bestseller. Now, it's not important what category is marked as a bestseller in, because we all know that that can be skewed sometimes. But the point here is it is a #1 bestseller, and you can see the ratings. You can also see this book is part of a series, book 1 of 3, inside of Amazing World Facts book. You can also see it comes in multiple formats: Kindle, audiobook, hardcover, and paperback. Important to take note of all these things, as well as the list price, which is $11.99, that has been striked through and is currently on sale by Amazon at $6.99. But as long as this book was originally listed and is still listed at $11.99, that based the royalty that we saw at the beginning of this video. Now, this is where it really takes some effort to dive in and understand what we're talking about when we're talking about this book and competing against this book or other books in this trivia category. Over at Helium 10, or H10 as I like to call it, Cerebro, if you put in the ASIN number, it's going to give you tons of keywords as well as word frequency. But out of these 6,229 filtered keywords, this is going to take you down the path that you need to understand to compete when we're talking about coming up with niche ideas and book ideas and really understand what's going on in the world of trivia and creating a book like this bestseller and creating a book that we can use to compete against this bestseller. Keyword phrases, did you know, interesting facts, random facts, fun facts books. And you see here random trivia at the bottom and one of the keywords that we'll be focusing on when we create our book. Another tool to help you get some more ideas other than just sifting through the Amazon results by yourself, you can go to BookBolt. Go inside of the BookBolt cloud, drop down from their list, scroll down and select activity book. Enter the optional keyword trivia and then check out the results. Activity books for teens, for puzzle books for teenagers, word searches, crosswords, mazes, cryptograms, unscramble, Sudoku, trivia, and more. More results, get well soon. Again, jokes and trivia. Baseball activity book for kids, age 6 to 14, which includes trivia. Head back over to Amazon, launch the Chrome extension, the KDP Spy Chrome extension from BookBolt. Go ahead and start your search on this page for this keyword, trivia book. Here you can see what this Chrome extension does. Again, this is KDP Spy from BookBolt. You can see it gives you all the information you need at a glance. Average number of sales from the first page, 51. Average number of reviews, 193. It's good to see reviews, but it's good to see a low number of reviews because this is something we're going to try to break into, and an average price of $8.99 leaves us enough wiggle room to create a book in that 100 to 120 page range where we can still keep the printing cost down and still make a good royalty from the book when we sell it. Of course, here you can see the image, the title, the price, the BSR, the rate, the estimated sales, estimated revenue for that book. And of course, these are all sortable by simply clicking on them. And you can see that there are tons and tons of books here to include the book that we were originally taking a look at. 1,144 random, interesting, and fun facts you need to know. Again, you can see the estimated revenue here. Over $5,000 according to this calculation, $6,228.09. Understand when you're on Amazon and you're looking for trivia books, but it's not the keyword as we found inside of Cerebro. But if you're here and you don't have H10 or Helium 10, but you can get the free account and start with that tool. To see the type of results right here, you can actually see you get 2 Cerebro for Amazon searches even inside of the free account. But back at Amazon, you could simply come here and you could search trivia, and you could use a Self-Publishing Titans Chrome extension or the Self-Publishing Titans Chrome extension, which is free, and you could simply look for different things that are going on with trivia. Trivia books, of course, trivia for seniors with dementia, and then of course you can always come up to trivia and you can go trivia A. Trivia and fun facts. This is one of the keywords that we found over in H10. We're using that tool, but this idea still stands for doing research. Just using Amazon, you can find these if you take the time. Once you have an idea, if you dig into this idea and to this niche, you can understand and see how big this niche is, but you can also see how you can go small and you can find trivia and fun facts. Now, the first results on this are Boston Red Sox, Detroit Tigers, Chicago Bears, Pittsburgh Pirates. These are branded books. These are branded name sports teams. I would basically stay away from those. So go ahead and scroll down past those, and of course those were all sponsored, meaning they were ads. And again, here you see that bestseller. You also see the next book, which is not an independently published book, so we'll stay focused here on the independently published book, and this is where we can really dig in and do our research to understand if we can compete with this book. Because while this book does have a lot of ratings, it has been around for a short period of time. It does come in both Kindle and paperback, and when you take a look inside this book, you'll definitely see that this is something that you can compete with, because literally all it is a list of facts and interesting trivia. So scroll down, tells you a little bit about the author, has a table of contents that shows you the types of trivia or fun facts that are in this book. You could easily just look at the table of contents of this book and niche down or create a book on a very specific category or a very specific subject that you see in this table of contents. Of course, never copy, just use this for inspiration. For example, you have amazing animals, you have bizarre, you have cool, you have countries and cities, foods and drinks, history and culture, and the list goes on. And as you can see, this book is simply just a few drawings, a few illustrations, and then some list of fun facts and trivia. Now, I started off this video and I said $5,000 from one book, and I showed you that it is very possible. Does that mean you can break into this niche? Is there too much competition? In my opinion, there's not too much competition. It just requires you to niche down. I personally have a book in this space. It sells organically, as well as you can see the ad that I'm currently running to this. I basically just leave this ad running. You can see the impressions are low, but also my bid is low. You can see I've spent 34 cents, but I've made $7.02 in sales, and my ACoS is currently 4.84% on this ad for a single book that I have so far set up and created inside of this niche of trivia. Remember, go back to Google Trends and look at the search term for trivia book, and you can see that this is constantly trending over time. And this is something that makes this very valuable, to have this knowledge, to know that once you start creating this book, that people are constantly and always going to be looking for this book, to include that during Christmas or during December, you're always going to see this nice spike. So go over to Amazon, type in trivia books, scroll through these books, just look inside these books, see what people are saying in the comments and the reviews, look at the ratings, see if you can create something better or something that is more specific inside of this niche of trivia and fun facts. Also, there's a link in the description for a tool. This is actually the tool that I use to create my trivia book. And you can see here that this tool comes with trivia, simple trivia, and fun facts. And simply all you do is click trivia. And once you click trivia, you can see that it has trivia loaded in here for you. And you can simply say the quantity of trivia questions that you want. And you can select those. So for example, if you wanted 90 trivia questions, then you can select a different font. Then you can select the source, the system supplied trivia, or you can upload your own trivia, or you can do a mixture of both. And then you simply hit the create trivia button. And then what you'll see is the trivia questions as well as the answers to the questions. And you simply click here and it opens the trivia questions and you can use them as they are. Or of course you could take this and edit these, copy these and add them into your own book. Like we saw when we looked at this best-selling book of random, interesting and fun facts that you need to know. They added a table of contents as well as some line art to spice up or to make this a little more interesting for the people that are checking out this trivia books and all the other books that they have inside of this series of trivia books. And again, this tool spits those out in question format when you select trivia, but you also have fun facts. Again, it's the same type of interface and you simply create fun facts and then open those in another tab. And you can see that this is exactly what was in the other book. Trivia or fun facts, whatever you'd like to call them. For example, if a snake has its head chopped off, that chopped off head can still bite and unleash a small amount of venom. Of course, double check all these facts. Make sure they're appropriate because you don't want anybody reading your book and calling out your trivia or your fun facts if they are incorrect. Link in the description in the pinned first comment to check out Trivia Book Mastery to get you rolling, to get you started, to get the juices flowing. As you're doing your research over at Amazon for trivia books and thinking to yourself, can I really compete? Can I create a bestseller like the bestseller here that we just looked at and have my own book that eventually makes $5,000 or more dollars per month? If this video was useful, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And also check out the video you see on the screen right now for more KDP book ideas and just the general idea of how and why we think about the books that we're creating, real books for real people that they're going to buy, enjoy, and recommend to other people. And with that, I'll talk to you later. Bye.